in the land where writing was born, where the first cities rose. Archaeologists have stumbled upon something that should not exist. A city built of stone, before the age of stone building, here. A language older than language. A civilization no history remembers, yet one that might have sparked them all. It began almost by accident, the summer of 1996 in the Al-Hajar Desert. This is a land that has changed faces many times. Once a lush corridor between the Tigris and Euphrates, now a wasteland of rock and sand. In prehistory it fed villages. In antiquity it saw empires rise and fall. But no one expected it to hide an empire even older than them all. The archaeologists were there to map known Ubaid culture sites, farming communities from 5500 BCE that predate Sumer. Instead, the first trench revealed something that immediately felt wrong. This wasn't Ubaid. The Sumerians, Akkadians, Babylonians, all of them built in mud brick. Here, however, was Cyclopean stonework, fitted so tightly that not even a knife blade could slip between the blocks. Then came the figurines. They were eerie in their strangeness, not human, not entirely. Unlike Sumerian gods with their wide, staring eyes, these faces were narrow, sharp, almost avian. Some held bowls, others staffs, all carved from a black stone foreign to the region. One figurine, only 15 centimeters tall, showed a seated figure holding a sphere etched with tiny concentric circles. No one could agree on what it meant. Charcoal samples trapped between the stones were sent for radiocarbon dating. The numbers that came back would upend everything. 6,500 BCE. 1,000 years before the first city of Uruk. At a time when, by all accounts, Mesopotamia was still a patchwork of primitive farming villages. If these results were correct, it meant this civilization was not an offshoot of Sumer. It was a predecessor, one capable of stone architecture, precision engineering, and possibly complex governance long before history says such things were possible here. The data was cross-checked in multiple labs. The verdict was the same. Archaeologist Samira Haddad recalls, "It was one of those moments when you feel the ground shift under your feet. If this site was what it seemed, it didn't just add a new chapter to Mesopotamian history. It tore out the first page and replaced it." Around 6000 BCE, the city was abandoned. There is no evidence of war, no fire layer, no epidemic. It simply stopped. Some blame the 8.2 kilo-year event, a sudden cooling that disrupted rainfall across the Near East, turning farmland to dust. Others suggest a catastrophic flood, remembered later in Sumerian myth as the flood of Ziusudra. And some believe they were swallowed not by disaster, but by assimilation, absorbed into the Ubaid and Sumerian peoples until their distinct identity was gone. History is not a straight line. It is a shifting desert, swallowing some stories whole, revealing others only in fragments. Tel Duma reminds us that the first civilization may not have been the first at all. Tell us what you believe, and subscribe, because history still has secrets to share.